I like about the fun activities that we do with my parents and my teacher. So one activity is when I repeat what my mum is reading. So she reads and I try to read what she is reading without looking at the book.
This is the most I've heard him speak fluently in his whole life. I want to cry, I want to laugh, I want to dance all at the same time.
Okay, teaching me how to speak properly. Well, I'm at times I mispronounce words.
When does it happen?
Every time. We all want to believe deep down in our souls that we have a special gift, that we can make a difference, that we can touch others in a special way, and that we can make the world a better place. At one time in our lives, we all had a vision for the quality of life.
Okay, enough. Tell me back what you read.
We all have dreams in our lives. We all want to be the best that we can be. And we all want to make a world a better place.
Anything else? Anything else? Look, did you forget anything else?
We all want to believe deep down that we have a special gift.
Okay, let's grade that. Blowing out.
Me? Oh.
You are the only teacher here now. You're gonna begin training yourself.
A.
Yay! Congratulations. A, of course.
Maybe it is a hot day and he wants to drink a fresh glass of water, but he doesn't know that there is a fish in there. And he might have a surprise.
Another question. Why is he wearing a yellow shirt today?
He probably likes the color yellow while it is hot outside, so he can match the sun.
Yeah, that's a great fantasy. Okay. Another question. Why is he closing his eyes?
He's closing his eyes because he has probably waited a long time for a fresh glass of water, and he's probably worked hard, so he's sweating and he just wants to enjoy all of it slowly, so that's why he's closing his eyes.
Okay, grade your speech.
A B.
Okay, why not A?
Because I repeated myself.
What did you repeat?
I said he probably made, and then I said he probably made, or he probably made something, and I wasn't focusing on the picture.
Okay. So what would be your grade without that mistake?
An A.
Congratulations. And you know what I want your mom to do right now? Is she around?
Yes.
Can you come to your son and hug him and kiss him?
Did he do well?
What do you think?
I think so. He's getting there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's been 10 years of stammering, so he's getting there.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, there's someone in the background, Anna.
Danny. Okay, thank you. It's my husband. He came to bring me something to drink.
Oh, bless.
Okay.
Hi. He was waving at us.
Danny. Okay. So, congratulations, guys. That was a wonderful work. He did his best, and that was a very intelligent speech. You heard it, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that we're done.
No.
We need to continue practice.
I have done all of my homework except reading a book and repeating it back to Mom. It went quite well. Somatic, somato, somato type, sombra, sombrero, some, somebody, someday, somehow, fastigate, fastness, fact, fatal, fatalism.
2 more pages.
Feature, Federal Reserve System.
Okay, 2 more pages. I'm looking for any difficult words. Do you think I will find them?
No.
Of course, they don't exist. Very good. Okay.
Ferric oxide, ferrimagnetism.
Yeah, see, there are some difficult words, the ones that we don't know. Right? Okay, grade yourself.
A.
Okay, way to go. Any other words you would like to try?
C.
Let's go.
Crawfish, cruel, cruel, cruelly, crayfish. It's pink, it is wearing a dress, and it has red glasses. There is an orange crab and a brown monkey. We are all looking for the dinosaur, which is called Monty. The dinosaur is hiding in front of the bush.
Okay, can you stop it for a second? Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to grade your speech, TV commentary.
An A.
A.
The goalkeeper is allowed out of the box, but it's not allowed to use its hands. A penalty is when a person is fouled in the opposition's box, and they get to shoot from a penalty spot, which is about 12 yards from the actual goal. A free kick is when a player gets fouled anywhere in the pitch, but not in the boxes. A corner is when a defender or any man boots the ball off behind their goal, which means that it's a corner and the other team get to kick the ball from the corner.
It was just beautiful.
Do you know, Anna, and that's what I want to say. I want to cry, I want to laugh, I want to dance all at the same time. Because I know all of this is in him and now it's coming out.
Yep, that's what happens.
That's it.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Yeah.
And by the way, what's in him, you kind of a part of it. You understand that? You are a part of it. Your mom did a good job raising you. I wish you guys came to me 3 years ago, but you know.
I know.
But you know what? It is always the right time now.
This is the right time.
That's right.
I didn't know Stammer. A very, very good friend of mine for many, many years. She came round one day when Anne's 3.5, and she said, "Oh, he's got a stammer." I said, "No, I don't think so. I think it's just excited about his words. He's just really, so he's tripping over his words. And she said, well, he might have a stammer. And I said, well, okay, I'll just have a look at it, observe it, a couple of weeks, a month.
That's how it starts.
Yes. And it continued. And then I decided to take him to speech therapy.
Oh.
So I did a bit of research on the internet, and I found Lidcombe speech therapy. And it's a particular program that works up to the age of 6, as we're told by Lidcombe practitioners. In any case, he seemed to get fairly fluent by the age of, I don't know, about 5.5. But during this period, a period of about a year, he had about 7 ear infections. And
I want to interrupt you for a second. When you said he became fluent, I just want to translate these words. When he was attending speech therapy, guess what they were doing there? They were playing language games, speech games. He was speaking there. Okay? That's the reason he started speaking better. Okay? That's the translation. He learned to speak better.
So in my view, when he had the 7 ear infections, because he had grommets in his ears, and he had 7 ear infections, his speech just became worse. He really couldn't get a word, well, a sentence or a word out, really. And so from that point to this, pretty much he's had a consistent stammer. Sometimes are better than others in terms of being able to get a number of words out, sentences out. And after that, we finished with Lidcombe about age 7, I think. And then after that, we just did the standard speech therapist. There were times when, we went for maybe a couple of months and I just thought it's not working, there's no point. So we just left it. He hasn't had speech therapy probably in about a couple of years, 18 months, couple of years. And as they will always tell us every time we go there, is that he would always have the stammer. Now, since knowing about you and your work, I always knew that wasn't true. So I never took that on as true. And as you know, over the last 3 years or so, I've contacted you at different points, just letting you know that still interested, still wanting to do it. And as you say, the time
has come.
I've had to go to school several times, written several letters about issues at school that I perceive around his speech and how people are relating to him. But he might want to say some more about that himself, I don't know. No.
I knew that I had something with my speech, but I wasn't focused on it, and I wasn't 100% aware. But I realised when I was moving schools at the end of year 4 that what would people think of me? And at my school then, a person else had a stammer there as well, so I wasn't singled out, I wasn't picked on, and I knew that I had a stammer, like 100% then, and yes.
And what did you do from there?
I approached it, and obviously I had speech therapy, so I went classes.
And what did you do in speech therapy?
Well, we were in a group. I remember it was a summer. We were in a group. There was about 10 or 11 of us. And we learned small techniques.
Like what?
Pardon?
Like what? Smooth techniques. Like what?
So there was a slower technique. So there was a slug, which we called slower, which means that we speak slowly and steadily. And there was other techniques which I can't remember. but slower was the one that I could remember. And then I remember seeing the speech therapist like once a year. And then the last group, when we were in the group, there was about 4 of us, 4 boys, and we practiced the same techniques. And we spoke to each other, but we never actually focused on our speech. We learned things about our speech, but they said that we're not directing our speech, we're not focusing on our speech. We will do things relating to our speech, but we won't say, oh, my stammer. We won't single it out.
You said not about speech, but what were you talking about?
We were using techniques in games.
Okay, so what happened next?
And we saw the speech therapist, and that was the last time we saw her. And then I went back to school, starting secondary, and yeah, that's it.
So what do you remember about your feelings when others were speaking and you, such a smart, intelligent boy, you could not?
A bit quiet. And I did not want to approach words that I wasn't to pronounce or say properly, so that no one would make fun of me.
Okay.
So I was using not correct English.
What do you mean?
So I would say I was this in the summer. So I played this in the summer, but I would say I was this in the summer.
Oh, you kind of simplified it, right?
Yes.
Made it simple for you. Yeah, but there are some words that you couldn't change, like your name, right?
Yes.
I remember how I heard you saying your name first time. I almost had a heart attack when I heard that. The question, I guess, for Mom, how did you finally make this decision to go with Etalon program? You've done your homework. I know you told me that.
Yeah, well, you were the only one that was offering a guarantee. You were the only one that was saying that you can live stutter-free.
Yeah, that's our slogan.
And all the other practitioners said you would always have a stammer. Always have a predisposition to stammer.
His predisposition was ear infection. He could not hear words. How could he speak?
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say that, because as I mentioned to you, he had grommets in both ears from actually quite a young age, probably from about 2.5, because his hearing was on the lower side of normal. Now it's normal, but it was on the lower side.
That was the problem for his speech delay.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Underdevelopment of his speech, that's all he had. Stuttering as a medical condition doesn't exist. Okay? It's very simple. So how was it for you to sit for 2 days straight, several hours a day, sit and learn? Tell me your impression.
It was hard because I wouldn't sit down for ages and ages, but I knew I had to if I wanted to get rid of the stutter.
And did it pay off?
Yes. It felt relaxing and I'm not tensing anymore.
But what if you were excited? Would you tense again?
No, I would just blow it out.
Blow out what?
The words.
Your words, your excitement, you would blow it out. Very good.
For me, how I experienced it, I was there, I was committed, it's something I'd worked towards in my head for a long time anyway. So actually doing it was absolutely fine. I felt on the first day when Ramon was on the call, gave some guidance, went off the call, and then it was you and Anthony. There was part of me that was feeling, I wonder if this is going to work. You know, there's a guarantee, I wonder if it's going to work. So that kind of went through my head. Then you had another consultation with Ramon, and then we got into it. And what I had to remind myself is that it's not going to happen immediately. There were some processes Anthony needed to go through. So part of my challenge was holding that space for him and saying, do you know, it's going to be fine. It's the work that we have to do. You know, it's, you know, this will last you a lifetime. This is going to impact your life positively. So I had to kind of like hold on to that, particularly on the first day. Yeah.
I can't imagine what went through your head when we got back to Roman and he's already driving a car.
I know.
He's in the car going somewhere, because I usually never call him back. Never. But you have to understand what happened. Roman did something that he never did with anyone else. Every new student, the lesson plan is different, because we all are different. Yeah. And when he did this, I go like, okay, I guess I know what to do. And I started doing it. And to me, it also, something is wrong. I was challenging myself. I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. So to make sure, I called him.
Absolutely.
Okay? And he said, and he gave me very direct instruction. He said, Anna, leave his brain alone. Don't even refer to his mind at the moment. It has to be just, he has to understand where to go and go with it. Training, 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 he'll get it. And it worked.
Yeah.
Okay, it worked totally. He's got it, right?
Yes, thank you.
The lifetime was in doing my research all those years ago and finding that there was something that offered light, really. And I'd like to thank Ramon, but more than that, to be honest with you, Anna, I think I'd like to thank you. Okay. And let me say why. Let me say why. It's not even that you led this session. It's not that so much. It's that in the face of some quite challenging feedback, if I can put it in those terms, you continue. And my prayer was, please continue until I find a way to get this treatment. That was my prayer. Whenever I read something that actually didn't resonate with me, I understand people have their own views, and I you know, that's for them. I don't necessarily challenge, you know, that's for them. But my prayer was that you stayed on focus, you stayed on purpose, and you continued with this work. That's all I can say to you. So from that standpoint, I want to thank you for your resilience.
Thank you.
I will speak rationally, and I will be the first to present my presentation, and will talk and make my mom say that I'm a chatterbox.
Chatterbox. I like the word chatterbox. Okay. Thank you so much for being a great student.
I thank you for teaching me how to speak properly.